Hey guys, welcome back to my channel on the HeroesZenomorph.com. One of my beloved franchises is back. Guardians of the Galaxy in their Volume 2 line by Hot Toys. And of course they started it with Starlord himself. I'm a huge fan of the franchise. Chris Pratt as an actor and Starlord as a character. I mean, I didn't even manage to organize a cosplay for a local carnival last year. It was an amazing experience. So I couldn't wait for the new line, and it seems a lot of passion is going to this second line of Hot Toys figures. So this is the deluxe version. You will get some additional accessories with this figure, but I will show you first the very cool box. Alright, so here we go. The magnificent artwork of this latest Starlord box is pretty damn amazing. You see there's a like an inner layer showing the Awesome Mix Volume 2 with a small window out there. So if I pull out the box, you will see in there all the credits for the figure, and in there you got two separate trays, one of the figure and one for the coat. So when we look at the side, you can see here a nice comic art of the Milano, and overall it's just a neat idea. So basically it resembles the cassette player inside the ship, I think. Also here on the other side you got this volume control. So I really can't wait to see the other designs for the other characters. Alright, Starlord out of the box. I didn't change anything yet. And this, what you can see here, is actually in the deluxe outfit. So in the deluxe version you get the long coat and this purple shirt. Both items he wears in the first some scenes of the movie. And I will show you the shirt in detail afterwards when I take off the coat, but the long coat itself is amazing, well done. And it's quite interesting that they give us the long coat as an additional accessory, but the small jacket is like the normal version. So let's pan down for all the accessories, because you got huge amounts with the deluxe version. Alright, let's zoom in. I'll start out first here on the left side. So this is the smaller jacket that I just told you about. It was not included in the first Starlord figure by Hot Toys. It's also a different jacket, of course. This is much more detailed in terms of additional stuff going on the jacket, and this is actually included in the normal version as the main jacket. Then we got a baby Groot sitting on a rock. Both items are magnetized, and also the shoulder pad on the longer coat is magnetized. And I think, no, this one is not magnetized, but it's meant for using him on the longer coat. So I will show you this afterwards as well. Then we got a small Awesome Mix Volume 2 cassette. Nice details. Then we got two necklaces. I'm actually not totally clear what they're all about. Here's the other one. Then the magnificent head sculpt of Chris Pratt. I will show you this on the figure in a minute. Lots of different hand sculpts. And then continue on the right, this is the Jetpack that you got also with the normal version. These are two separate pieces that you put on the figure. And then the normal shirt, amazingly well tailored. It fits perfect to the figure. Look at all these seams going on. You got all the details that you have on the actual original shirt. It fits, as I said, perfect. Really nice touch. And then we got two additional accessories that come in the deluxe version. This is the activating helmet piece, and here the scarf for the long coat. And then of course a new base that I will show you in a second. So for the base, as you can see, some Guardians of the Galaxy name title here and the actual figure name as a nameplate. This time these are not silver, and there's no cover foil that you have to remove, so it's basically just plain black and white. Alright, then on the figure itself I already put some accessories, for example the 2 elemental guns. I think these are totally copies of the first figure. I will show you a comparison with the first Starlord later in the video review. And then the Walkman, again not an original Sony one, it's also purple and not blue. So that's a bit unfortunate that they couldn't get the official license yet. And of course the other elemental gun. And then when we zoom up, as you can see, new on this figure are actually the orange ear pads. So these were not included in the first Walkman or headphone accessory, and they're actually coming separate, so you have to put them on like this. Really nice. So this time at least they got that one right. So let's go for the head sculpt itself. So I'll show you first in detail the Starlord helmet with the hair sculpt coming up. So first what I recognize is that the actual helmet head sculpt does not fit totally snug onto the neck piece, but with some pressure on it will hold in place, but just be aware that it might take a bit more pressure so that he finally snug in well enough into the socket. As you can see here, the hair sculpt is amazingly well done. It has some shine on it, it's perfectly structured, a lot better than the first version. Then again, below here you got the battery compartment, and here we go with the light up feature. So if I dim down the lights, it basically looks again amazing. It uses 2 small batteries, but I think overall the details are damn nice. So let's hit up the lights again. And here on the left side I present you the first Starlord helmet, and you can see that there are some differences in terms of paint application. This one has some minor battle damage going on, and also the hair sculpt area is a lot better and a lot more detailed on the latest release. But overall it's, I think, almost the same sculpt in terms of the helmet, but it feels just more refined and detailed. Also the battery feature is a lot better and more prominent, the light up feature. So next up is the unmasked heads up, so be prepared. I definitely dig this latest Chris Pratt head sculpt. I was a bit unsure on the promo photos, but in hand it looks really nice. Directly looking from the front, it seems that his ears are a bit wider and a bit flappier than they should. But looking from these side angles or the profile itself, I think overall they did an amazing job. Really, I was really amazed. So let's try and dim down some of the lights here that you can see a bit more the face structure. So here we go. So this definitely brings out the details. And overall the quality of the hair sculpt, and also here you can see the helmet earpiece, it's so well done. And like the concept of him looking a bit more into a left angle, so it definitely is lifelike. And also there's a bit of glare in the eyes, pretty nice. So now for the direct comparison with the version 1 Starlord by Hot Toys. So that's it, and it's so obvious which one is better. The latest one is much more refined, it's better proportioned, the details are a lot better than on the first release. I mean, it was a good one for that time, but Hot Toys definitely leveled up on the latest Chris Pratt head sculpt. Of the long coat, and I just want to show you some of the detail work here, because this is mind-blowing if you ask me. I mean, the first coat, the long coat on the first version was already great, but this one is another level again. And having this as a special item in the deluxe version is pretty cool. So you pay about $30 more than the normal version, but you get this one, the helmet, and the separate shirt that you see here on the figure. But this one is pretty damn amazing. So then some more detailed shots on the boots. So the boots are two separate pieces. In Starlord in this version doesn't have the rocket parts anymore. It's totally flexible. Then let's go up. Here you see the elemental gun in detail put on the holster. The holster design is different than like on the first version, and here in direct comparison I can show you the first elemental gun. So this one on the right is coming from the Starlord version 1 figure, and you can see they're almost identical. The paint job is a bit different, but I think overall the actual sculpt should be the same. So then a close-up shot of the Walkman. As I said, wrong color again because they didn't have the license of Sony. Here's the cassette, you can't put it in. And then panning up, you can see this is the additional accessory t-shirt or shirt, which has these reflective structural elements going on. Also here, damn nice quality. So change the shirt to the normal one that he wore most of the time in the movie, and this one is absolutely amazing. Look at the detail work in the tailoring of this shirt. All the seams are there, perfectly knit together. It fits perfect, and you can even see some of his muscle structure on the back side. So it's pretty tight, and you see the bulkiness of the actual body underneath, which is definitely cool. Also the print of this alien riding here is perfectly well done, as you would expect it from a normal shirt, so that's really impressive. So next up will be the placement of this activating helmet. So it comes in 3 different pieces. I'll try to put and wrap around the first half or 2/3, and then somehow I have to connect these pieces. I think it will be a tedious task, so let's see how I perform on this. Alright, here we go. I think that's about it. Let's move it up. And the last part that you have to interconnect is magnetized. I think it should be that way. Let's have a quick comparison. I'm actually not sure. Maybe it's the other way around. Ah, yeah, of course. So it needs to be this way. Alright, so this is the additional accessory that you get with the deluxe version. I think it's an alright piece, works great. It's loose enough so it shouldn't wear on the actual helmet or head sculpt. So next outfit change. Now I put on the small jacket, and this is probably the look I will go for the moment, because I always wanted to have a small jacket Starlord in my collection. Actually, I really missed that one on the first release. And also here you can see lots of intricate details, leather pants going on, small belt-like pieces and straps going on here and here. So much stuff. And so overall I think the fit of the small jacket is really tight. So please be careful when zip this jacket up. Just push it together real close, and then hopefully it will work. Okay, so here we go, and then you can fold this part here, and that way he's fully suited up. I think that's the way he's most of the time during the fight and battle scenes. The fit here is really tight on the elbows, so there you have to work a bit to get it securely together. So to just quickly verify this, you can't place Groot on the left shoulder of the small jacket because there's no magnet inside, just that you're aware of this. Also on this side there's no magnet, but I think because of the shoulder pads here, it should be an easy one to get him stay on. So it's not yet finished, you got even another variant with the jetpack. So here's some detail shots on the jetpack. It's basically a chest plate with an integrated rocket jetpack system. There are two pinholes on the inner chest plate here, and these one you can just pull off. And then, so the procedure is quite easy. You wrap the back side around Starlord, then put on the front side. You will connect these two parts here and here, and then it's almost basically done already. If you want to have it totally secure, you push chest plate in and that's it. So here's the jetpack look for Starlord. Also here, nicely done, and it will be nice to have a rocket flying next to Starlord. So here's some details on the mounted jetpack. I think the paint application and the color that they used is really nice. Alright, final change of outfits in this video review. As you can see, I went for the long coat version with the red scarf, both additional deluxe accessories, the two necklace pieces here, the normal shirt, and then of course we've got Baby Groot on his left shoulder pad. So Baby Groot is magnetized. You will see it has a certain magnet effect here. It's not perfectly spot on where he should actually be placed, so you have to somehow bend his legs a bit, play with the arms, and then you probably will find a good sweet spot for a nice realistic looking pose. So overall, that's probably the look for my Starlord in the upcoming few weeks in the collection. So as a final comparison, I give you the first Starlord on the right side with the latest version 2 Starlord on the left side, and I think you can see obviously that the changes were for the better. I mean, overall the first release was already top notch, and you can see on the lower parts of the coat that the actual coat is battle damage. So let's turn this here, and you can see in direct comparison that it's not the same coat design. Here's a lot more weathering going on, and overall I think the battle damage weathered look is more prominent on the original release. Alright guys, thanks for watching. For me, definitely by recommendation. Just get it if you're a hardcore Guardians of the Galaxy version and go for the deluxe version. Alright guys, have a good weekend, thanks for watching and see you soon. Bye bye.